All right, here we go. Question number 28 from our 0314 homework number 5 in MyLab Math. The instructions say multiply and simplify by factoring. Assume that all expressions under radicals represent non-negative numbers. So we're going to multiply these two square roots together. We know that they're square roots because you don't see the index. Oh, and here's a good bit of trivia. What is the index of a square root? Well, if you don't see a number there, it's understood to be 2. And just so you know, in order to multiply radicals, they have to have the same index. So these radicals do have the same index, and that means I can go ahead and multiply across. So we're going to start with 8 times 28. 8 times 28 is 224. And then when we multiply a to the 11th times a to the 12th, remember when you multiply letters, you add their powers. That's going to give us 23. And this is understood to be b to the 1 times b to the 10th. That's going to be b to the 11th. Now then, we're going to have to simplify each piece separately. Okay, we're going to do the square root of 224, and then we're going to simplify the a and the b separately. Okay, now it turns out that the Casio ClassWiz does a fantastic job of simplifying square roots. So if we type in the square root of 224, notice that the Casio ClassWiz is going to give us the answer in simplest radical form. So that means that we're going to have a 4 out front and a 14 underneath if I simplify the square root of 224. And there's a couple of other ways you can do that. 224. One way you can do it is you can find the prime factorization of 224. And if I were to do that real quick, starting with the lowest prime number, which is 2, 2 goes into 224, 112, and then 2 goes into 112, 56 times, and then 2 goes into 56, 28 times, and 2 works again. 2 goes into 28, 14 times, and 2 goes into 14 7 times. Okay, so again, the index is 2, and that means if I have 2 of a kind, I can bring one out. So we've got 2 pairs of 2's, which means I can bring out 2 2's, and 2 times 2 is 4. That gives us the 4. And notice what I have left over is a 2 times 7, which is 14. So again, that's just another way that you can simplify the square root of 224 manually. For the variables, we're going to do division old school, like we did back in 4th grade. So for a to the 23, what we're going to do is we're going to do 23 divided by 2. Again, why am I dividing by 2? It's because the index is 2. So 2 goes into 2 one time. And those cancel, bring down the 3. 2 goes into 3 one time with the remainder of 1. Okay, so this is the quotient, 11, and the remainder is 1. Now, what does that mean? That means that I can bring out 11 A's, and there will be 1 A left over. The quotient is the exponent outside, and the remainder is the exponent inside. Okay, we're going to do the same thing for b to the 11th. Okay, we're going to do 11 divided by 2. 2 goes into 11 5 times. 5 times 2 is 10. Remainder of 1. I've got my quotient and remainder. And so that means that I can bring out b to the 5th, and I'll have a b left over. And so this should be simplest radical form. Let's see if we're right, okay? For a to the 11b to the 5. Square root 14ab. Bam. Man, I hope all that was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put those in the comment section below, or you can text me. And thanks for watching.